So people's aesthetic goals, their overall just fitness goals revolve around burning fat, building muscle, right? Those are the two things you want to do. And some people, they believe, hey, I need to split this up, burn fat first, build muscle after. Totally think that's a terrible idea. You can actually do both. And this is honestly the number one split I would recommend you do if you want to burn the most fat, build the most muscle. And let me have a disclaimer just in case people want to throw that in the comments. And I know I'm going to get a lot of gym bros and a lot of like bodybuilders that are going to say, oh, you're wrong. You should do this split. You should do that split. Or no, it's nutrition. I know nutrition is 80% of the results. So that is a disclaimer for this video. Make sure you dial in on your nutrition. I'm going to have a video of what I eat in a day. That's what I do, right? Doesn't have to be what you do. It is not the quote unquote perfect diet because there's no such thing as a perfect diet. Everyone's body is different. You need to experiment with different things, eating different macronutrients at different points of the day to see how they affect you. Disclaimer, done. So the number one training split that I would highly recommend to build the most muscle, lose the most fat, all at the same time, is the full body split. 3 days a week. 100% recommend this. This is what I did when I first started. This is what I do after. And for me, at this point in my time of working out and training, I get bored very easily. So I don't necessarily just have one training split that I do for 3 months. I don't track anything. It's more of a lifestyle for me now. And I'm still getting results. I'm still building muscle, like incrementally, tiny increments, because, I don't have those beginner gains anymore. It's been over 10 years. But the reality is full body training allows for you to do so much in such little time spent in the gym throughout an entire week. So typically if you're doing the bro split, so you're splitting it chest day, back day, arm day, leg day, some people even split up the leg muscles they do. You're taking up so many days out of the week. And I know you watching this right now, you may not have all the time in the world to go train, especially if you're trying to build a business, especially if you're working hard on your career. There are many aspects of your social life. You want to be able to maximize the time that you have in the gym without overspilling on how long you spend there, right? So to do this, full body workouts are essential. Because you have to understand, to actually trigger muscle hypertrophy, this is what I believe. There probably is science behind this, but this is what I've experienced. You need to train a muscle at least 3 times a week. For me personally, I need to train a muscle at least 3 times a week to really get that stimulation, to really get the muscle breakdown so that it can recover. And I need adequate recovery days, right? I train every day because I want to. And some days I don't go as hard as other days. I don't kill myself in the gym. I really make sure that I have a very intense day and then a low impact day, right? A lower intensity day. But when you're doing full body, which I'm probably going to transition to doing that for a whole month, because that is when I basically reset my entire fitness cycle and I start over, and then I go into, for example, push-pull legs or upper body or upper-lower splits, right? And I change up the splits like that. But when you do full body, it's interesting because you're recruiting all of the muscles in your body in one workout session, and that exerts a lot of energy. And when your body is exerting that much energy, you're going to basically burn a lot of calories. You'll notice, like when you train legs, you burn the most calories. And the reason is because you're exerting so much energy with these bigger muscles that you have in your legs, right? Your legs have some of the largest muscles in your body. So when you're exerting that level of force or you're exerting that level of energy, you basically like expend a lot of calories, right? So when you're doing full body, imagine you're doing legs, you're doing arms, you're doing chest, you're doing back, you're doing shoulders, you're doing everything in one. And the way that I like to structure my full body workout, so this is where you're really going to learn. I always do a massive compound lift, and I either have 1 or 2 accessory lifts depending on which muscle group I want to focus on during that full body session. So for example, if I'm doing a full body workout and I want to really hit my chest, right? That's something that I've really tried to master over time. What I'll do is I'll do incline. I'll do an incline press, right? With the barbell. I don't like doing flat bench. I think that's really for the ego. If I ever do flat bench, it's for my ego. It's not because it works for me as much. For me personally, it doesn't. Incline works the best because it helps me get that upper shelf that I want in my chest, which actually makes it pop even more. right? So I'll do an incline press, and then I'll supplement that with chest flies, either cable flies, or I'll do dumbbell flies, right? Incline dumbbell flies with a twist this way, right? I'll supplement that in this, and so I'll do, let's say, 4 sets of 8 to 10 heavy, right? 4 sets of 8 to 10 heavy with the incline barbell press. Then I'll transition into a fly. I'll do same thing, 4 sets of around 12 to 15, right? Lighter weight or medium-sized weight for sure for that specific exercise. And I may do one more chest exercise with that, but I want to do total body, so I'm only going to stick to 2 exercises per muscle group. And then I'll transition, and let's say I want to do shoulders. I'll do an overhead barbell press, right? Overhead barbell press, and then I'll supplement that with, for example, lateral raises. And I'll do 5 sets of 20 of those. I'll do 4 sets of 8 to 10 of the overhead barbell press, right? Same thing goes with any other aspect of my body. I mean, even biceps. I'll do barbell curls as that. It's not really a compound movement, but it's a bigger, larger movement. It allows for me to put on more weight and actually curl the bar. And then from there, I'll supplement that with, let's say, I do this thing where I'll keep the bar right here, or I'll keep the dumbbell here, and I'll just curl, and I'll keep this isolated and just in a 90-degree angle, and I'm just curling for 10. Then I'll hold here, I'll curl for 10, right? So I'll do 2 exercises for that. So you get the point. I'm doing 2 exercises per muscle group, a large compound exercise and a medium exercise or medium strength exercise that kind of just supplements that, right? And I'll do that for my entire body, and I'll make sure that my resting periods are about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I'm really going, and at the end of this workout, I'm drenched. Every client that I've trained, that I've had them do a workout of this style, they burn the most calories, right? And you're building so much muscle because you're able to do this 3 times a week consistently. You don't have to worry about missing the amount of gym sessions you do for the week, right? You don't lose that momentum. You can maintain going to the gym 3 times a week. And sometimes I up it to even 4 days out of the week for total body, right? But full body workouts, they've changed my life. I'll be honest with you. Like that was the specific split that catapulted me when I first started training. It's what I recommend all beginners do. It allows for you to just recruit all of the muscle groups in your body during one workout session, and you get a lot done, and you're more efficient, and you don't feel like you're burning out because you're a gym bro now and you constantly have to go to the gym. I'm not here to build gym bros. I'm here to build multi-dimensionally jacked men who, in all aspects of life, they've conquered, right? And this is physical fitness, and this is something that you can conquer for sure. So if you can really stick to this specific split for, let's say, even 3 months, you'll see some of the biggest changes of your life. You will burn the most fat. You'll build the most muscle. I promise you. Obviously, diet matters, right? You want to make sure you're in a caloric deficit while also eating as much protein as you can to maintain the muscle. That's the basic premise of the nutrition side of this, to maintain the muscle or build the muscle and burn the fat at the same time, because you always have to be in a caloric deficit to burn the fat. And the more muscle you gain, the more fat you'll also lose, because your metabolic rate or your metabolism is going to increase, right? Because of that. So that's kind of what I would recommend. For sure. If you really want to do both, you can do both. I do both. I don't go on different. I've tried to do bulking cycles. I've tried to do cutting cycles, and they just don't work for me. I'm natural, by the way, so I can't do a lot of these things, right? That the bodybuilders who are enhanced do. Again, I have nothing against enhanced bodybuilders who are doing it as a sport, competing, either on a professional level or they're looking to compete at a professional level. But if you're natural, this is one of the best ways to just supercharge muscle growth and supercharge fat loss that I don't think enough people talk about. So if you found this video valuable, like, comment, subscribe, hit me up. Subscribe to the email list. My email list is the Minor Martell newsletter. I talk all about being multidimensionally jacked in all aspects of life, physically, mentally, financially, socially, and spiritually. We want to be jacked in all of those pillars of life. This is very important. Fitness is the foundation. This is what's going to allow for you to exceed in other aspects of life. I know there will be haters that are going to say, no, it doesn't. Fitness doesn't matter. You need to work on the other things. I disagree. focus on fitness, build the other things as well. It will allow for you to have longevity because you'll be healthier, you'll have more energy, and you'll be able to get things done. So again, I'll catch you on the next video. Appreciate you for tapping in. Hope you got a lot of value from this. Have a good day.